series now?
Yeah, I feel like that's safe to say. You know, it was cool. We did our first tri promotion event with the NFC down in Macon a few months back. That was a blast, sold out venue. And then of course tonight we're here in Augusta, and then in the fall we'll be coming up to Tennessee, to my neck of the woods, so we can host things as well. And so I'm excited for that in the fall to bring Conflict and NFC up to the Volunteer State. Show how we get down at Rocky Top.
Nice indeed.
Of course, also on this card, we've got one female bout. That's one that I've kind of got circled on my page here. It's going to be.
At the gym. Was your gym this big?
No doubt. And here we go. A touch of the gloves in the middle. In the white shorts is Lane Marsh, with the black and red as James Ward.
They are getting at it.
Oh, yeah, they're frantic early, and that's kind of what I expected. James Ward trying to get this clinch going, and they're letting him clinch a little bit more than I expected with this being K1.
Yeah. Well, forget about the feeling out.
Yeah, they're going right to it, and you know, Ward really likes those knees to the body, you can see. He wants to get in the clinch.
Well, he's using that length.
And those knees are flying around everywhere, man. The referee's going to have his hands full with this one.
Yes, he is.
James Ward stalking forward, but Marsh with a nice return.
Marsh, yes. A couple of good right hands in there.
And those knees are really landing. I'm really surprised that we're getting as much clinch work as we are here with it being a K1 bout.
Right.
And those knees to the left side, though, of Marsh really starting to redden up his body.
Yes. Oh, we have a cut.
Oh, wow, do we?
We have a cut. We have a cut, yes, already.
And is it Ward?
It's Ward. I believe it's around the nose area.
These guys working a lot in the clinch. This may as well be a Muay Thai fight, but a nice right hook off the break there from Lane Marsh. And Ward kind of nodded like, okay, you got me. These knees from these guys are really, really landing, and one would imagine is going to zap the gas tank for both guys. Uppercut from Marsh lands.
Yes. I mean, a lot of pressure. They separate.
And that cut is above the eye, I believe, actually, it appears. As a lot of clinching going on here. And maybe I was misinformed. Maybe this is a Muay Thai fight. I've got to imagine at this point, that's the rules are going to.
Yeah, because that is more so than what you would normally see.
In a K1 bout for sure.
Yeah.
The body work for both these guys has been impressive as we go to the end of this first round.
What head hunting? Head what?
Exactly.
I mean, if we had the clicker on, we would be,
Ladies and gentlemen, give those guys a round of applause.
Really nice opening round for both these gentlemen. A lot of action, a lot of work to the body. That's kind of putting money in the bank there as this fight begins to progress. Those body shots will add up. We'll see who's kind of got the conditioning to cut through it here, as these guys being attended to in their corner in between rounds. We got 1 minute break in between rounds here, 2 minute rounds. When we move on to the MMA, the amateur portion, there'll be 3 minute rounds.
Yes. Yes, I mean, the second round, we'll actually get a chance to see who these fighters are.
That's right. Yeah, I agree.
There's no more first round jitters. You've been punched, you've been kicked, you've been kneed. Okay. Okay, now this is the fight now.
Absolutely. And
all the body work that was done.
The body work is really going to pay dividends, I think. Maybe for both guys. You know, I think that Ward really kind of came out of the gates firing hard, but Marsh kind of weathered the storm and held his own at the end of the round. Who would you give that first round to?
I mean, kind of tough. One went to the body with the knees, the other went to the body with the fist. So, I mean, at that point, I mean, that's got to be a draw for me.
It's a toss-up for me, too. I wouldn't argue it either way. If you look at the face of James Ward, then, maybe that damage shows a little bit of something to the judges. Hard to say, maybe not.
But if you look at the body
yeah, if you look at the body of Marsh, it's red. He's certainly taken lots of knees in the body. So,
hate to be a judge in this,
that would be a tough one for me to judge. Hopefully the next 2 rounds are a little more clear-cut.
Yeah, right?
Nice right hand there from Marsh. As Ward kind of stalks forward again, holding the center, but not as aggressive coming out for this second round.
The energy, that adrenaline dump. Now we're actually fighting. Now we're back at regular speed. It's not sped up anymore, not in hyperspace.
A lot of range and a nice long reach, and there's a nice right hand.
Nice right hand
from James Ward.
Yes.
Answers with a kick is Lane Marsh, and as far as the cage control goes, it's James Ward right now.
Yes.
But Marsh really answering back. He wants to counter, it looks like.
Well, he's got to get in. He's battling length. So you're going to eat a couple to get in, or you're going to wait and try to, like you said, counter at the right time. So he's kind of, but he's getting in some shots when he gets them in, when he catches them.
No doubt. That right hand for Ward really starting to connect a little more often as we're, ooh.
It shook
Big
the
roundhouse
headgear.
head kick.
It shook the headgear.
That was pretty, as we're about 40 seconds left in this second round. Right now, I feel like Ward's edging this round at this point.
Yes, I would definitely have to agree with you
Still
on that.
30 seconds, though, for Marsh to kind of make a statement with a flurry.
I think that first round body work may be starting to pay dividends.
Potentially. 20 seconds left to go here, and that right hand finding a home for James Ward, real nice. Another big straight right. That's landed at least 4 or 5 times this round.
Now, that's
real
that
solid.
link. That's that link. I'm surprised, honestly, he's not boxing a little more to open some other things up, because that straight left is there.
Marsh,
it's not even a jab.
Marsh answers with a nice flurry to end the round there, and put a little bit of a stamp on it. In my opinion, Ward still probably with that big straight right hand. It landed about 6 times.
Yes.
Really good. That was the story of that round for me. Would you go Ward that round as well?
I would definitely go Ward that round.
With the first round being a toss-up, this one, neither team could say that you got it in the bank. You still got to come with it. Take us through this replay here.
All right, so as we go back, you see the setup. Marsh kicks, the defense, boom. Now that head kick is, woo!
Very pretty.
I mean,
head kick.
Ward. You got to remember, they're new. This is their first pro, but they've been training people, so you're seeing the skill. That was a good, in the second round, after the adrenaline, setting things up, getting more of a feel. This could actually be the best round of the fight, actually.
Yeah, to me, I'm impressed with Ward because we've seen a little bit of both. The first round we saw kind of the rock'em sock'em brawl, and then this second round, he definitely got a lot more composed, and it showed that he can fight a technical fight as well. If I'm Lane Marsh, I really feel like he's got to push it hard in this third round.
Marsh is going to have to take it to him, but again, do you play the bull and rush? Because if you don't, you stand on the edge, and you don't want to be on the edge. The edge is that right hand.
That's right.
That's straight right, and it's coming.
Touch of gloves to start this third round. Let's see who will put their stamp on this fight here as Marsh, the front kick, brief stumble.
That front kick is what gets him, but he's got to come right behind it. If he's going to throw it, he's got to come right behind it because he breaks the rhythm when he does it.
And when he throws those kicks, it seems like it's always that right hand back as an answer.
Yes. Again, timed,
Probably the most toned down pace we've seen here in the third. A little surprising. You would think that we'd see a little more urgency still out of Marsh, but maybe he's going to bring it here. Lots of kicks. Another big right hand. Oh, but ledgers his own right hand is Lane Marsh. Uppercuts answered by a big knee to the body there.
I think the crowd. You see emotion to the crowd, that energy, that like, okay, I'm still in it, I'm good, I'm good.
Right. Nice front kick again there for Ward.
Okay. But see, he's got to come right behind it. When he throws that kick, he's got to come behind it with something to break the rhythm. Because if he doesn't, he comes out at the bad end of an exchange, especially when Ward wants to stay at distance.
About 40 seconds to go in this last round.
Yeah.
Ward's starting to breathe a little bit harder, but he's still throwing, man. He's still throwing that nice right hand. Marsh seems to be, his conditioning seems to be standing up. Big uppercut.
The power.
A big uppercut here.
The power. If he can tee
off. A little shimmy. A little showmanship from Ward here, under 30 seconds. And
he's at home.
Marsh measures him for that right hand. He's going to have to step on his gas here.
Yeah. I mean, why throw a kick? The hands were working. The hands were working.
It looks like
no need to kick, but he's got 10 seconds.
He's going to have to give it all right here.
He's going to have to go all out. I think they both ran into punches at that one.
They did. And that is the end of a great first fight.
All right, everybody, we got a chance to witness their first fight.
They put it on for these guys here in Augusta. Great opening fight there from both of these gentlemen. Both guys really were impressive for debut fighters. Here's the replay.
Oh, yeah, so you see the defense, you see the showmanship. The showmanship. Again, just because it's your first fight, I mean, look, this is fighting, but it's entertaining. You know what I mean? Ward's in front of his home crowd. He's feeling it. He's feeling himself, and which he should. He's trained hard. Both men have trained hard, but this is your backyard. You know what I mean? So if you're going to show your personality, there's no better place to show it with the support of almost your whole gym is fighting on the card.
That's right. That's
you know?
right.
But, I mean, tip the hat off. Marsh comes in.
Fought very well.
Into somebody else's backyard, first fight. So, I mean, you know, both fighters definitely deserve big rounds of applause. You know. But I think Ward gets the decision.
I would agree. I'm gonna guess 29-28 Ward, although I wouldn't be shocked if it's 30-27 Ward. That first round was really close.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna predict 29-28 Ward.
Yeah.
And we'll see if I can judge or not. It doesn't matter what we think, honestly.
Right. Right.
That's just our take, and they are worth nothing.
Right. Hey. Hey. We have the right to an opinion. Because we're here.
That's right.
We have one of the best seats in the house, people. Again, thank you so much to Augusta Fight Nights, Bell Auditorium. This atmosphere is amazing. And we're just getting started, people.
Yeah,
this is fight number 1.
Hey, you couldn't have asked for a better fight to kick things off. And, you know, I talked to Jared Williams, the matchmaker, on our podcast 0 Hour on YouTube. And he said, hey, I put this one in the first slot because I had a feeling these guys are really going to go out there and let it fly, be a good, hype fight to get the crowd really rolling to open things up.
He's still stomping.
He's
still stomping.
He's ready for his next one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what you want to see out of a debut fight. Again, body language is key. He's up. He's stomping. He's moving around. The adrenaline dump has got to be insane. He's probably going to want to fall out, actually, to be honest with you. His opponent is still sitting on the bench.
No doubt. But hey, the night's young for James Ward. He's still got to walk out with several more teammates tonight. So I'd say he's going to keep that adrenaline going for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, what's tomorrow going to be like, eh?
Tomorrow? I don't know about tomorrow. Well, let's find out exactly how the judges scored this one. And for that, we're going to take it back to the man on the mic, Mr. Jeff Hobbs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are headed to a judge's scorecard. Judge 1 scored this bout 29-28 blue corner. Judge 2 scored this bout 30-27 red corner. And Judge 3 scored this bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Out of the blue corner, Lane Marsh.
Well, what do we know?
Did you call that?
I called it wrong. No, I called it wrong.
No, I mean, you said what do we know?